Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be giving you my opinion on who I believe is the best player at every Premier League club at the moment. Now I've enlisted the help of 5 other YouTubers for this video. They're going to tell us their opinion on who they believe is the best player at the club they support. So if you're interested in hearing our opinions, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to be going through the clubs in alphabetical order. So up first we have got Aston Villa. Now I feel like everyone is going to agree with this one. Aston Villa's best player is by far Jack Grealish. 6 goals, 8 assists this season. He is in his prime. He looks so good alongside Villa's new signings, so Ollie Watkins. He's playing really well with Barkley. This team is just on a whole different level to last season. I think they look great and I think everyone loves Jack Grealish. Everybody wants him at their own club. I know Arsenal want him, so yeah, that's an easy one to start with. It's Jack Grealish. Next up we have Arsenal. Now I found it very difficult to pick between Bukayo Saka and Kieran Tierney for this one. I have gone for Saka just because of Tierney's niggling injuries that he has at the moment. So yeah, Bukayo Saka. 5 goals, 2 assists so far this season. This kid is amazing. Arsenal star boy, little chilly, whatever you want to call him, he can play football. In my opinion, he is the best youngster in the league. He's so consistent. He has really held Arsenal up this season. Even when they were playing badly, he was putting in consistent, great performances. So yeah, for me, it's got to be Bukayo Saka. Next club is Brighton. Now, if I was filming this video 2 months ago, I would have definitely said Tariq Lamptey hands down. But seeing as he's been injured for a while now, I've actually gone for Yves Bissouma. Bissouma is a quality midfield player. He doesn't bag loads of goals, but he is great with the ball at his feet. He's got good distribution, he can read the game really well, and he breaks up play. He basically does his job really well. I think he's a great midfielder, a great asset to Brighton's team, so yeah, that's who I've gone for, Bissouma. The next club alphabetically is of course Burnley. Now I've actually gone for Burnley's goalkeeper Nick Pope. I know Burnley had a very shaky start to their season, but recently they've been looking really solid in defence and a big part of that has been Nick Pope. He has made some crucial saves which has helped Burnley get out of the relegation zone, start slowly climbing up the table. He has the highest save percentage out of all of the Premier League goalkeepers, and in my opinion he should definitely be England's #1. Next up we have Chelsea, and this is where one of my guests is going to come in and tell us who they believe is the best Chelsea player at the moment. So let's have a listen.
Hey yo, what's good? It's Jam here and I support London's finest. Anyway, I'm here to answer a question. Who is currently the best player at Chelsea Football Club at the moment? So in that context, it's none other than Mason Mount, and I don't want to hear anything else. The Duracell Bunny has been on point this season. Even when Chelsea have been touched, he has been consistent. His mentality is developed. He's developed into one of our leaders, and the quality is really coming through in what is his 2nd season at this elite level, at Premier League level. He's really come on. And I don't understand the disrespect he gets for Chelsea and England. I don't get it. This guy's got talent, and watch him go right to the very top. It's coming. But if I'm going to flip that around and say who has got the most potential at Chelsea Football Club, the highest ceiling, is Callum Hudson-Odoi. Yes, I might be biased. He's one of my favourite players, but this guy is good. And he just needs a bit of luck with injuries, and that's going to come. Watch him this season, I'm telling you. We'll come back to this. But then if I'm going to say who has got the highest ceiling and has reached that point, it's got to be Thiago Silva. I mean, at 36-year-old, he's still oozing quality. People said he was finished, and he's come in and been one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. So, yeah, that's it from me. My name's Jam. You can find me on Twitter at carefree_jam. But this has been a pleasure. Thank you.
Next up we have Crystal Palace. Now this was another difficult one for me. I was trying to decide between Wilfried Zaha and Eze. I think these 2 players are really sharp at the moment. They look really good playing alongside each other as well, but I have gone for Wilfried Zaha. He scored an impressive 9 goals this season, and I think he carries this Crystal Palace side a lot of the time. He's been good for quite a few seasons now, so Wilfried Zaha is the player I have gone for. The next club is Everton. Now, admittedly, I haven't watched much of Everton this season for some reason, so if any Everton fans are watching this, I would love to know who you think is the best player at the moment for your club. I've personally gone for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think he's come on leaps and bounds under Ancelotti. Obviously, he's got 11 goals so far this season. He's joint fourth in the race for the Golden Boot. So yeah, that's who I have personally gone for. Next up, we've got another one of my guests. We've got the guys from the YouTube channel Fulham and Beyond to help us decide who Fulham's best player is at the moment. So let's have a listen to what they said.
Tim and Kai here from Fulham and Beyond. Shout out Holly from Arsenal Chance, who reached out to us on Instagram to ask us who Fulham's best player is this season. Kai, I'll start with you first. Your player of the season so far?
Easy decision, Frank Anguissa.
Yeah.
He's just a quality player. He's vision on the pitch, his dynamic, his strength, his ability to create something, to avoid things, anticipation. He could be easy playing in a starting lineup for a top 5, top 16.
I agree completely. He's such a monster. He's such a beast. He's like a presence in the midfield, and you can see when he doesn't play, we're such a different team. And he doesn't even make such high stats like goals or assists. He hasn't scored a goal for Fulham yet, and he's been with us under contract for a couple of years. Assists, I think he has only 1 or 2, but you can just see in the midfield he's absolutely crucial. So that's our player of the season so far, and if you do like Fulham or any other discussions, come check out our channel and we'll send Holly our details. Thanks so much.
Next up we have Leicester City. Now, I've gone for James Maddison as their current best player. As I'm filming this video, he has scored in their last 4 games, which is very impressive from a midfield player. He is in such good form at the moment. If he carries this on, then Leicester are going to be serious title challengers. I would love them to win the league again. I think they're a great side. They're performing really, really well at the moment, and I think Maddison is playing a big part in that. So yeah, that's who I've gone for Leicester City. Next up we have Leeds United. Now, I've also got a guest to help me out with this one, so let's hear what they have to say about the best player at the moment for Leeds. Let's find out who it is.
Hi guys, so the player I want to talk about who's the best player at Leeds at the moment, on current form, is Rafinha. Now, we signed Rafinha from Rennes in the summer for £18 million, where he was about to start playing Champions League football. He came in the summer and not many people knew that much about him. He'd actually been a bit of a last-minute signing, as we were supposed to be in for Michael Cuisance from Bayern Munich, who ended up going to Marseille. But Rafinha has been brilliant. He's been playing off the right-hand side with a wicked left foot and a great touch. His dribbling is fantastic, and his actual decision-making and pass-picking is brilliant as well. He's looked very dangerous this season, and like I say, he's one of our best players now, and he looks like, on current form, our best player. I'm recording this straight after the Newcastle game, where he's just scored another goal, where he just gently rolled it into the bottom corner after it was cut back to him by Rodrigo. It was a brilliant finish, calm, composed, and he looks like he's bedding into English football straight away, absolutely fantastically.
Next up we have Liverpool. Now, I found this one quite difficult because Liverpool have been in quite bad form in recent weeks. I have gone for Mo Salah though. He's got 13 goals this season so far in the league. He's top goal scorer. I think he's someone you can always rely on to score even when the team as a whole are playing badly. So yeah, that's who I've gone for, Mo Salah. Next we have Manchester City, and there was only really one player I could go for here, and that is of course Kevin De Bruyne. In my opinion, the most talented player in the Premier League, probably in football in general. He is just amazing, isn't he? He's got 10 assists so far this season. Unfortunately, he did recently get injured. I think he's going to be out for a few weeks. I don't know whether that will affect City's title run or not, but yeah, for me, it's always going to be Kevin De Bruyne. Next up, of course, we have Manchester United. Now, this was quite an easy one for me, to be honest. I've gone for Bruno Fernandes. Now, in my opinion, he has completely transformed this United side. He has brought that winning mentality back into the side. Obviously, last night they had a bad game against Sheffield United. They actually lost, but Bruno was still putting in a shift. He works really, really hard, which I think the fans really appreciate. So yeah, for me, it's got to be Bruno Fernandes. Newcastle are up next, and I've actually got another one of my guests to help me on this one, so let's hear who they think is their current best player.
Hi there, it's Paul here from the Toon Review. For Newcastle United, our best player this season so far is without a doubt Isaac Hayden. Just the way he conducts himself on and off the pitch. He's a leader on the pitch, should be our captain, without a shadow of a doubt. He runs his heart out for the club, shows real desire, and is just the kind of player that we need right now. Off the pitch as well, he conducts himself fantastically well. A real true professional. Even when he wanted to move back down south, a couple of years ago, he didn't twist, he didn't kick up a fuss. He kept his head down and played so well for us, even though he wanted to go back down south. It's ended up that he's signed a new contract for us and is without a doubt for me our next captain.
The next club I'm going to speak about is, of course, Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield United fans have not had too much to smile about this season. They've only won 2 games, one of which was actually last night against United, which was a great win for them. But one thing they have been able to smile about is their player, David McGoldrick. Now, he has great vision, he always gives 100%, and I think the Blades fans really appreciate him as a player. He's scored 5 goals, which is quite impressive seeing as they are sitting 20th in the table at the moment. So that's who I've gone for Sheffield, David McGoldrick. Next up we have Southampton. Now, Southampton have some really quality players. I could have gone for Danny Ings, Vestergaard, Walker-Peters, but I've actually gone for someone that I personally really enjoy watching, and that is James Ward-Prowse, otherwise known as the Free Kick King. He scored 3 free kicks this season. I think the Premier League record is actually 5 in one season, which was set by David Beckham and Robert. So he could probably, maybe possibly break that if he continues in the form that he's in at the moment. I think he's a really important player for Southampton, especially from set pieces, so that is who I have gone for. Next up we have Tottenham Hotspur. Now, I have actually gone for Harry Kane. Kane has scored 12 goals so far this season and he has an impressive 11 assists. I think the link-up play between him and Son has been really impressive so far this season. I think if Tottenham are going to get back to trophy-winning ways, then Kane is the man that's going to help them do it. Next up we have West Brom. Now, this is another team I don't watch that often, but one player who has definitely caught my eye is Pereira, the Brazilian playmaker. Now, I know that he played a big role in them getting promoted to the Premier League last season, and he is a really sharp player. He's definitely up to scratch to play in the Premier League. I don't know if his talent will be enough to keep West Brom up, but he is definitely their best player. Next up we have West Ham, and this is where my final guest is going to help us out. He's going to tell us who he believes is the best player at West Ham at the moment, so let's hear what he's got to say.
Thank you to Holly for allowing me to be part of this video today. Who do I think has been the best West Ham player so far this season? We've had quite a few very good players, standout performers. We've had a fantastic start to the season, 20 games in. We are 4th in the Premier League table. So a lot of players have contributed to the team's success. A lot of standouts, Ogbonna, Souček, Rice, Fabianski, Antonio. But for me, the best player for West Ham so far this season, and it was very close, but based on yesterday's performance, which I think has just edged it for me, is Declan Rice. Ogbonna could be, he could feel hard done by, but for me, Declan Rice has been absolutely phenomenal. We've seen a different side of Declan Rice's game after Thomas Souček signed for West Ham. He's been unreal again for West Ham so far this season. And again, thank you to Holly for allowing me to be part of this video.
The final club is, of course, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I have gone for Pedro Neto as their best player. Now, I feel like people don't actually realise how young he is. He's only 20 years old and has all of the attributes to get right to the top of his game. He is so good on the ball, he glides past people, and I really do believe he is a very special talent. I think he's going to get snatched up by a bigger club, just like Jota was, but yeah, he is definitely, in my opinion, Wolves' best player. So guys, that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and also a massive thanks to all of my guests who took part in this video. I will leave a link to their YouTube channels down below in the description, so if you're a fan of one of the clubs they spoke about, please do go and show them some love. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.